supporting us. And we will put that $250 to good use. Again, more tournament creation, more show match hosting, all this good stuff. Also, it's worth noting, I totally forgot, because we had JD donate that extra $100 today. Everyone at this point makes money. Whoever loses here gets $25. Not a huge amount of cash, but still better than nothing.
Not true in BCQD, who are still in the quarter.
Ah, that's right. I keep forgetting how held up that was by that long set of games prior. At any rate, yes, $100 for first place, $50 for second place, and $25 for third and fourth. Should be a pretty nice amount of money for anyone getting this far, at least. At any rate, we are in game number 2. And shout out to the folks who bought the slippers one last time. Spawning in the top right corner of the map, he's going to be the Red Terran player Candies Love Me, better known as Happy.
And the bottom right, as the Blue Terran, it's Byun.
I wish Byun would stream. I wish Byun would play in more things.
Yeah, I really wish he would stream Legacy of the Void, specifically, you know, like Heart of Storm, whatever.
I would love to have just a day of streaming where you've got, like, the Muslim, Byun, friggin' Jadong, like, just all the guys from Axiom, just have, like, everyone's streaming Legacy of the Void. That would be sick.
Party. Yeah. The reason he doesn't stream is apparently he gets too addicted to it, so...
Yeah, I don't know if that's for real or an excuse, but we have asked him multiple times, like, trying to goad a real answer out of him. But every time he says this, he loves it too much. He loves his fans, and it's actually, like, detrimental to his health because he would do, like, 18-hour-long streams, like, every day.
Yeah, I absolutely believe it. It's... I've gone to sleep and woken up, and he's still streaming. And I go to sleep for a very long time. So, he doesn't ever want to stop.
It's not that you go to sleep for a very long time. I like to think of it more that you refuse to wake up. Like, just the stubbornness that is Zombiegrub, really, on every aspect.
Maybe.
Try to get this V, not quite gonna get it. Alright, well, for the way openings go in TvT, there's not really a lot you can do. We've seen people attempt cheese. We've attempted cheese, or at least I've attempted cheese, and to be honest, a lot of it just seems to be out the door. You can't really do the Marauders anymore. There's too many SCVs to deal with. You can't really proxy Reapers because Hellions come out fast enough that's a real non-issue. Fuck, we had people gas steal versus us the other day too. Like, there's a lot of weird shit you can try and pull off, but nothing seems to actually work.
Oh, that wasn't... They weren't too...
The point is still they gas stole. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Very similar build right now. Both going up to the starport on one base. It kind of worked out for Byun. I mean, basically, Byun got the bare minimum what he needed with that Widowmine Marine drop. Like, 3 SCV kills, like 1 Hellion or something like that, to make up for the later command center. So, it wasn't super effective, but it did work. Looks like Happy might be doing the drop, but then following up with Banshees.
So real quick, by the way, I believe...
That's Byun.
Yeah, real quick, whoever the 100-second slipper I just got updated was from the US of A. So thank you, United States citizen.
Yeah.
As for requests to put their real names on the overlay, I guess I could with some text. I'll do that real quick, yeah.
It's a lot of effort.
It is, actually. I hate it because you gotta like resize it and it gets all big and in the way.
Yeah. So Byun goes for the Banshee, Happy goes for the drop. Gonna go into, looks to be just, yeah, tanks and, you know, Vikings and whatnot afterwards. But this drop could do something if there wasn't a wall off and if the Banshee wasn't going to scout it and thus come back and help with it. Like, with all of this combined, I don't think this should do anything at all.
Just gonna lazy double zoom out while I try and get Byun's name. Nope. Gonna wait for the engagement. I got Happy on the overlay though, so at least you guys know who's who. Is that happy or not happy? One guy or the other.
Yeah. I guess with the wall off, Byun doesn't even worry about keeping the Banshee back at home, and that's a little worrying. Did Happy scout the Banshee to predict the Banshee? It looks like he predicted the Banshee. Already has a missile turret. The Viking's gonna chase it as well, and the second Banshee probably won't do too much either. In fact, Cloak isn't finished, so that Banshee, the first Banshee took a lot of damage. Oh, no scan? Oh, the Viking's just being lazy.
Yeah, a little bit focused on this side of the map too, trying to get some damage done. Looks like Byun does hold that off pretty nicely actually. And the Banshee, well, it is gonna go down and didn't kill a lot of SCVs. You know, picked up a little of the command center, got some guys on the gas. You know, he went for the ones that mattered the most.
And eventually got the scan too. So I would call it worth it for one Banshee, But the second one doesn't look like it'll get much done either, as now Raven's going to be out too.
All right,
That probably isn't.
That was some of the most amazing real-time edits you guys will ever see. There'll never be a better on-the-fly edit than what you just witnessed. We now have Byun in happy on the overlay. You know what?
Save this
In before Byun wins, get like 2-0, and then we don't need either of these names. All that effort for nothing.
Maybe. Byun is up in workers by a little bit, and he did go quickly into a third CC, probably realizing, like, man, my natural was pretty late, but not really. With the delay and both of them having on the high ground, he's just going to simply have a faster third command center again. Very similar to last game.
Raven can help a little bit, I guess. I mean, Raven's abilities are tweaked in a very strange way. I don't know if I love or hate them, but the auto turrets certainly do a lot more damage now, which is cool to see. And there's that $250 coming in from Etchy Boy. Woo!
Woo!
I guess we'll have to make some moral high ground decisions. Do we put that towards the BlizzCon trip, or do we put it towards content creation? Because the idea is that the sooner we fill up the BlizzCon trip, the sooner we go back to content creation.
I know. That's also like
We'll
why
call
I'm not
that,
taking any tips for career right now.
we'll do more.
Either way, it'll help.
Moral gray area, and we'll asterisk it. But either way, Rubberman99 with a $250 donation says, "We did it!" And of course, he did it through the bot. He wanted to cash in on those sweet, sweet partoofs.
Oh, a little bit of a push from Happy. Now, both of them didn't have very strong production until recently, getting all their barracks up and ready to go, but it looks like Byun's just a little bit slower. It was only on 2 barracks. This might be breakable. This might be the one opportunity Happy has, as if he doesn't break it, he is way far behind on a third base.
This looked really promising with the start of the attack, but things are dwindling quickly. Vikings not going on the ground to help, but these things have a lot of damage. Don't underestimate them.
Barely able to bring that back. You know, the spread of the Marines meant that they weren't going down that quickly, surprisingly, and of course that one tank in the back getting a lot of shots, and the second tank coming out just in time, as well as using the starport for basically any production that you can. The Vikings ended up being very helpful. And now his third CC, it's floating over. His production should be booming as he gets more barracks very, very quickly, or soon rather, as well as double engineering bay. Happy does have double tech lab though, so while his mirror reduction's cut, he does have those faster combat shields.
Too many times we've seen the economy carry over in a Legacy of the Void game, where okay, production might look decent, upgrades might be on point, but more money always means more power, and I'm really liking this third CC a lot.
Wow, some real world philosophy right there.
Yes. Also that, additionally.
Oh. Bit of a funny drop. This is exactly what Happy tried to do last time, but had the inferior Viking count. This time, same deal. He has the inferior Viking count.
It's a recurring problem. He will probably have to back away with this, though. He gets some good shots, though. I mean,
it's
even
such
blowing away
damage.
a tank like that. Yeah, it's exactly.
It's damage so...
It's weird to classify as free damage, more like just damage without repercussions, but Happy's just going to completely circumvent this and go for a counterattack, and I don't know that that's going to be enough to carry through.
It's
right
not
now,
going to work.
Well, Byun's got to be like, where the hell's the army? There's definitely more here 3 seconds ago.
He realizes... I mean, it's not a very big army back at home. His production isn't kind of spiraling out of control yet, but...
Happy's got combat shield, statement +1. Like, his Marines are actually going to be pretty darn good.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Those all did finish. It's pretty good timing.
But the tank still blows most of them away. And unfortunately, because most of them died quickly, there's not enough fodder for that tank, so he has to pull back.
And what's he going to pull back to? His base where the Vikings are? Just lose all of his stuff.
Yeah, he's trying to reposition himself here. I don't know why he's building a reactor. It's not good.
Well, he doesn't have the tech labs anymore.
Tentative about landing the Marines. Looks like he will break the tanks for the backside, though. Oh, maybe not. Picks up quickly, moves forward.
JK,
Vikings go to the
your base
sky.
now.
Oh,
that's funny.
Quite on top of the tanks. They do take a one of them. Medevac can even focus down.
Oh, how did he not get that? Drop it. Boom. Oh my god, Byun is so good. Legacy of the Void, it's gonna be like, he's already so good, right? Like, we've heard the Koreans say he's high on the ladder, like, it's a mystery why he's gonna play Pro League. Legacy of the Void, he's going to be, like,
a monster.
So good.
He's gonna be a monster.
Like, control is Byun's thing. Like, everyone's complaining, like, oh, there's too many abilities. legitimate concern, actually. I don't know why I made that face. But he's gonna be like, no problem.
My life.
My career, no. Anyways. Oh, finally goes down.
But the Marines start filing in. These guys might not have a lot of upgrades for them, but
Don't need medevacs.
Vikings better than medevacs in some cases, as we're witnessing right now.
Really? Yeah, Byun is up, you know, over 30 supply. Half and half army SCVs. Third base never went down for Happy. I didn't even notice that.
Quick $2 shout out to Nidenheim. Says, thank you very much for making the stream. I'm a new StarCraft 2 player and I've learned a lot from your stream. P.S. You're the only person to get my name right. I hope I didn't just pronounce it wrong now, or that would be very awkward. Thank you nonetheless. For Happy's sake, I mean, the game doesn't look totally screwed for him, but the reality is he's behind in a lot of different ways. And going back to what I said before, number one being this third base. He's just given enough time, given enough, I guess, calm period. Byun's going to outproduce him like crazy. And his upgrades are also just on point. These Marines are going to destroy. Combi Shell's finally going to kick in.
Yeah. Just waiting for the killing blow, really. Bit of an odd place to put your barracks, gotta say. Pot a Marine, you're natural. Drop in the third base, gonna be instant reacted to. Not that big of a deal. Actually wanted to get the medevacs. Oh, he's gonna get the medevacs.
He's gonna get everything.
Oh god.
He just destroys that wholly and entirely. The siege tank will hold the natural base as well. Pushes back. Medevac gonna go down the missile turret. And Happy is out of army.
He tried to go Super Saiyan and just went, like, got slapped, man.
Ah.
That was bad.
Can I get a Reomar? By the way, sorry, he's been giving away Steam keys all day. I just, like, dude's been buying, like, nuts off of G2A. Thank you, Reomar, so much.
Yeah. I was gonna say, now is perfect opportunity for Byun to counterattack. You know, he just took away, like, 20 plus their army supply.
Well, the biggest thing, of course, tanks going down. Like, you reproduce Marines, it's not an issue, but tanks going down, that's really hard to replace.
It is boosting in. Doesn't really have to find a good abusable angle, but will anyways.
Starport going down is pretty nasty to lose, of all things. He's got a lot of Marines to buffer for his own tanks as well. Fight's gonna go down. Both players have even upgrades, even tech. Picks up with what he can. Can't grab the tanks. Trying to grab the tanks. That looked hella awkward.
Yeah, he forgot. He's like, I really shouldn't have picked up those Marines.
I don't know. I think picking up the Marines is better in this instance. Maybe. Well, we'll see. Not if he runs into the side of the cliff like this. Oh, God.
Yeah, ends up going well enough. GG.
Byun, ladies and gentlemen, will take this series 2-0 and move on to the grand finals, where he's going to have to wait for one